For this project you'll need some popsicle sticks or lollipop sticks, some barbecue skewers and some tacky glue. Now I use tacky glue because I find it has a better instant grab. You can use PVA if you want, but I find that PVA things just slide around for a lot longer. The tacky glue holds things together. Also grab yourself some cutters, some form of cutters. I use two different types there, just to cut the sticks and the skewers. You'll also need to make yourself one of these. This is the paper template that you'll be building upon, and I'll leave a link to the video on how to make this in the description below. So now I have two of the barbecue skewers, and as you can see I've laid one along the side of the building and I'm just holding one along the front of the building to check how much overhang I need on each corner. So roughly 2 thickness of, let's call them logs, is about right for this. So here I'm just checking the distance between the bottom of the window and the ground clearance line. This fits perfectly. So here I've cut 2 of the longer pieces to the door line. The next piece up from the first one will be cut flush with the edge of the template. So they will go long, short, all the way up to the top. Same thing on the other side. Now I've just spread a small amount of the tacky glue onto the back of one of the logs, and I've pushed that into place, and you can see now the effect, the staggered effect. I've cut some short pieces and some longer pieces. These are going to be for the other side of the door. Now it's difficult to get these to run straight, even though we've got the lines there. So I use a loose barbecue skewer to act as a straight edge. Here I've cut the longer pieces and the shorter pieces for the back. Now once you have a few pieces in place and the glue is holding them down, it's a lot easier to just spread some glue directly onto the template and pushing your logs into place, especially with the smaller pieces. Now the beauty of a construction like this is that once you get the front and the back in place, then the sides will just slot in. So that makes life really easy, and you'll feel the whole thing strengthening up as you go. Here we have the walls complete up to the gable on both ends, and here is around about where ground level will be. Remember, the rest is the footings. So the gable, you can see the wood effect up close. Now with regards to the footing, this is optional. If you have a flat piece of ground to put this on and you don't want to cut through your layout, then you can add an extra course there below the first course, and that will act as your first level. What I've done here, I do want to keep the footing, so I've just cut some popsicle sticks to fit and I've glued them into place. I've also just marked out my ground clearance line there. That's where my plinth will be. So that adds some strength to the building, as you can see. Okay, on to roofing. So take your popsicle sticks and your cutters, and you're going to remove just the end, each end where the popsicle stick starts to curve, and that will give you the ideal width of your roof piece. It's time now to cut out the paper from the paper template. Lay some glue along the top course, along that roof line, and some into the gables, and then put your first piece in place. Spread some glue on the back of the next piece and put some in the gable. Now, as you can see, the gable has a kind of a step in it. Now try to lay your roof pieces as best you can into that gable and follow on like so. You'll need 7 pieces for each side. I want the front to be removable, so I'm lightly gluing the roof line here and building my roof in the same way as I did with the back. And this is what it looks like. You can see a good overhang on the front and the back, and I've also increased the overhang on each side with a nice straight line along the ridge board at the top. Now what I'm doing here is I'm just taking it off. Remember, I lightly glued it on. I've waited for about 10 minutes for the boards to set together, and I've taken the whole piece off. So I'll just clean that up, and that piece can be put back once all the glue has dried. So there you go, the walls and the roof of an HO00 scale log cabin with all the features that a full-size log cabin would have. And what I really like is that it's actually made out of wood. There's no plastic on there. So now the next thing to do are the windows and the door. Add some detail to the roof and fix a ridge. So that's the next thing. After that, it's going to be painting, weathering and fitting onto the layout. So I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. I hope that you will build along with me and make yourself one of these. I've really enjoyed this one, and I hope you will do too. So thanks for watching. Please like, please subscribe, have fun and take care.